Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Thanks for clicking on. Today I have a very exciting product review for you. I put a poll on my Insta stories and asked if you guys wanted to see it, and everyone said yes, and the two people who clicked no messaged me and said I meant to click yes, so you know it's good. These are the products in question, and they are, as you probably can recognize already from before I've even opened them, are Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. I am so excited to try these products out. I kind of cheated and wore them yesterday, just kind of as a trial run, but I'm going to like show you everything here and tell you my thoughts and show you how it looks on my skin. As you probably know from Instagram and from the internet in general, these have gotten quite a lot of hype. And if you watched my last product review, you know that I always give you my real feedback on these products and let you know what I really think about them. I'll put that one somewhere on the screen if you want to watch it. But yeah, I'm definitely excited to tell you about these. Before we jump into it, if you're new to my channel, hi, thanks for clicking on. Please hit that subscribe button down below so that you get notified whenever I make a new video, so you never have to think about it. And if you do like what I'm doing, give this video a thumbs up so I know and I can keep making content like this. Alright, and now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. So this is the packaging, Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. And I got the shade 170, which is for light, cool toned skin. And I was looking at shades on the website trying to figure out, okay, let me at least narrow down what I'm looking for when I get into Sephora, and this wasn't even one of the ones I got. So further proof that there is literally a shade for everybody. There's 40 shades in this collection, and the one that might actually be the closest match for you might not be the one you think it is, because you've never just had that many options before. All I'm wearing on my face right now is Glossier's Priming Moisturizer, and that's it. And I'm just gonna go in and put some of this foundation on. Let's open it up. So you can see this is what the bottle looks like. That's what it says on the back, and it's kind of in, this is how big it is. I always like to do a little hand comparison so everyone knows kind of what they're getting. Here is this color swatched on my hand, and as you can see, this is a pretty good match. Like, even if I blend it in, I don't know, that looks a lot like my skin color to me. And I'm going to apply it with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. If you actually know how to do makeup and just watched that and cringed, sorry, but I'll make it look good in a second. The one thing that I will say, by the way, if you have watched me for a long time, you know that like I'm not a big foundation wearer. I actually prefer tinted moisturizers. I don't typically find I need a whole lot of foundation. So I don't actually try that many of them out and see what they look like on, because I prefer tinted moisturizer. But when I saw this was a soft matte foundation, I figured I could at least try that because I knew it wasn't going to be super thick according to the name of that. That blended pretty well, I will say. I have one hair there. Go away, hair. Yeah, I mean, that's looking pretty good right now. I mean, and it looks this good in person too. It's not like camera magic or anything. I think it's just Rihanna magic. Okay, it's all blended, and I feel like it not only looks really good, but I think this may be the first time ever that I've actually found a really good match for my skin. And that's crazy, because that's just crazy. Obviously, the amazing thing about this line is that if you're a woman of color, you suddenly have 1,000 more possibilities within a spectrum to choose from where you haven't had them before. And I think that's what is so amazing about this Rihanna line. But I'm white, and I'm suddenly like, have I been wearing the wrong shade this whole time too? Like, damn, Rihanna. Just to show you a little bit closer up to that it did blend pretty well. It definitely feels like I'm wearing foundation, but it definitely doesn't feel thick or anything like that. The one thing I will say that I'm not as used to with tinted moisturizer is that since this is a semi-matte foundation, when I put it on my face, it already was kind of drying quickly. So I do think that the Beauty Blender is the best way to apply this foundation. And also, if you wet it a little bit, I think that'll help too, because it can kind of just keep it, like, as you're working into your skin, it'll keep it a little lighter and it won't dry as quickly. Let's move on to the matchsticks that I picked up. Here is the packaging. Most of the packaging looks pretty similar, as you can see. So this is the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna matchsticks, and I got the shade Mocha. which sounds like maybe it's not right for me, but for contouring purposes, I think you'll see that it is. There is the packaging of the matte sticks, and I've seen people who got the trio, they're actually magnetic, so you can stick them together so you don't lose any of them. And then this is the color Mocha that I got. So it's this kind of cool chocolatey color, kind of looks like milk chocolate to me. I'm no contouring expert, but let me show you how I apply this on me. I start right above the ear and I come down like only halfway into my cheek. I definitely don't go all the way because there's actually a lot of pigment in this and it'll blend out really nicely. I'm just gonna start off with that. On a normal everyday, I would never contour my nose. I don't think I've ever contoured my nose and wouldn't know how to do that. I might go in and just add a little bit at the bottom here, but let me see how this comes out first. To blend this out, I'm going to be using the Sigma Large Angled Contour Brush. It is F40, the number. Alright, blending time. Okay, so I blend a lot for it to get like this, but when it does, it looks so nice. And when you can, try to blend up rather than down because it'll keep that kind of like nice line that you drew originally, and it'll keep the contour looking like strong. You guys, my cheekbones are looking good. Now, this probably looks pretty normal on camera, but in real life, it's still a little bit much for me, and I'll show you what I do when that happens. So yeah, the dark shade is still just a little much in real life for me. I'm going to work today. I don't really need a deep contour. Go over it with Glossier Wowder in the shade Light Medium, and this is the Glossier Wowder brush that comes with it. So this is a tinted powder, and I think it'll kind of just calm down the color. I didn't finish my sentence before I started doing that. All right, and I'll get a little bit closer here to kind of just show you what these two products look like together. I think they both blended really well, and I feel like they both just make my skin look really good. Like, I was going to put concealer on today because I have a few tiny spots, but I honestly don't think I need it because this is kind of a step up again from the tinted moisturizer that I would normally be using. So yeah, that like pro filter thing, I see what she was saying. I see it, I see it, I see it. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna go do the rest of my makeup and then I will be back. Boom. So yeah, overall, even though I am a tinted moisturizer girl, I think that if I were going to wear a foundation, it would be this one because A, it matches my skin pretty much perfectly, and B, the soft matte thing I feel like is really growing on me because I feel like it'll last all day and I won't have to be like worrying about it or touching it up, but it still doesn't feel like it's caked onto my face or that it's too overwhelming, which is my problem with most foundations. As far as the matchsticks, I definitely am not sure if they're an everyday thing for me, but I kind of like knowing that I can do it because this is my first time trying a cream contour product and I really like the way that it looks. I feel like it just gives a little more like dimension to my face. So, and it blended out super easily, like a few really nice little buffs in, and then if it's too much for you, definitely put like a light or tinted powder over it that's close to your skin tone. I think that that will kind of make sure that it looks a little more blended out, unless you're all about that Kardashian contour. So overall, Rihanna Fenty Beauty, are we surprised that I love it? I mean, probably not. She's the queen. She really took the time to think about this and develop these products and wanted to make sure it was as inclusive and as user-friendly as possible. And I'm so happy with them. So these were definitely worth the purchase. The foundation, if you're wondering, was $34 and the matchsticks are, this one was $25, but if you buy a set, it's less somehow. So you can get a set of 3 for maybe like 50 something, I'm guessing, and you can get an individual one for 25. Since I don't contour that much, I was cool with that. And then the 34 for this, if you really don't wear foundation that often and want to invest in a good one, then I definitely say go for it. There are obviously probably dupes of this product out there somewhere, but I was happy to spend the money on this one personally, and yeah, I think it'll be really great for any kind of more like special occasions I have coming up or occasions where I want to do a little more than just tinted moisturizer. As always, if you have any comments or questions, drop them down below in the comments box, and everything I used today will also be linked down there if you want to check that out too. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. As I mentioned earlier, if you liked this video, hit that like button down below so that I know you liked it and I can keep creating more videos. You guys seem to love the product reviews, so I will keep them coming. I hope you have an awesome, awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!